I have been saying that I need to get to doing this for a long time, and I'm finally getting around to it. Today is sticker organization, part 1. Well, hi everybody, this is Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. And today I want to talk to you about a big job that I have, and that is organizing all of the stickers that I have accumulated over the years that I have been doing digital planning. So if that sounds interesting to you, give me a big thumbs up, hit that like button down below. Please subscribe if you have not already. I know that many of you watch and are not subscribers, and I would really appreciate it if you press that subscribe button. It does not cost anything, but it really does help out my channel. Also, leave a comment if you like anything or learn anything new today. That also is extremely helpful. And please feel free to share this video with anybody that you think is a digital planner and might enjoy this content. All right, well, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and look at the fun stuff, okay? All right. So right here in OneNote, I have, since the beginning of when I started collecting stickers, I just went into my personal notebook, which was the very first notebook that I ever set up, and I made a section called stickers, okay? You can see I'm down here at the bottom. These are some of the newest stickers that I just used for August. I think they're really cute. I got them from DCP Digitals, as you can see up here. But if you take a look at how many stickers I actually have, you see pages and pages and pages and pages and pages of stickers. I have lots of stickers, and I absolutely love them. I think they're great. Digital stickers are great for me because they're relatively inexpensive to buy, $2 or $3 for a set. And because they are digital, you can use them over and over and over, not just in your planner in OneNote, but in other things that you may be creating. You can resize them. Once you click on one sticker and use it one time, it doesn't go away. So I think all of that is great. It's very, very economical. I don't have stacks and stacks of stickers sitting on my desk anymore. They are all right here in my computer. And I think it is great. And I really, really have fun decorating my planner each month with different sets of stickers. Okay. That being said, sometimes when you have all of these stickers like this, they can be hard to organize. You can move them like you see here. I have, watercolor stickers all listed here together. I have words. So all of these little subcategories here are words like the seasons of the year or the months of the year. I have some that are different days of the week that I have created, calendar dates, these individual circles that I have. And one of the things that I like to do is I like to write down where they came from. So for example, these calendar stickers right here, this is the link to where I got them from. They are from DCP Digitals, one of my favorites, not sponsored. I just like her work. And this was from their June digital planner freebie that she actually gave away. And I think they're great, generic numbers to use for just about anything. So I like to have a link or some kind of indication as to where they came from on every page. But another thing that I like to have on every page that I will show you way down here is I like to have this little section up here at the top that I call keywords, okay? What these are they are words that describe what the stickers are, so that as I am going through and thinking about, oh, I don't know, maybe I want to do September's theme as houseplants. Well, what plants do I have? Or maybe I want September's theme to be apples because it's, back to school time, and as a retired teacher, apples is something you always think about for back to school. So I could simply go in and search apples and see where that might come up, okay? But if I don't have these keywords in there and I just have all of these graphics, there's no way that they're ever going to find the word apples that I'm looking for. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to simply just create a text box, which I've done here, and just start typing. What do I see on the screen? So I started here with a swan and a flamingo and a bunny rabbit, and the bunny rabbit wearing a bathing suit, a pool, a hot tub, all the things that you can see here on the screen: suntan lotion, beach balls, floaties, a beach bag, flip-flops, water, a donut floaty, a pool party sign, days of the week, because this set is huge. Let me zoom out and show you. So in addition to all of these cute stickers that you see here, there are also like planner boxes. There are, checklists of things to do. There are days of the week. There are, to do this week. All kinds of cute sayings down here, like me time, time together, payday, to-dos. All of these stickers over here are like labels for, tabs that you might have: home, important, finance, meals, memories, etc. And they come in different colors. So here you will see a to-do sticker in color, the color purple, and a to-do sticker in the color teal. Okay. So on and on and on, all of the things: washi tapes, different pens and appointment stickers and work stickers and all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's just tons. Okay. So in order to be able to find those things, what I like to do is I like to write down all the things that I see. Okay. So pool party, days of the week. I also like to include the colors. So she uses a blue color, a hot pink, white. She also uses here purple, which we saw on the stickers, and like a teal green color. Okay. Hot or bright colors is how I would explain this. Tab labels, section labels. She has paper clips, sunglasses, hearts. You get the idea. Having these keywords is very, very helpful. Okay. Because I have another pool set that I bought right here. Okay, and it is from Doodlebug Draws. She's another one of my favorite, creators of digital stickers. Again, I'll leave their information in the description box if you want to check them out. Not a paid sponsorship. I have no discount codes. I have none of that stuff. I don't do affiliate links and that kind of thing. But her set is really cute. And you see here, this is the little mouse that I like so much. So I would then click and make a text box, and I would start typing swim goggles and floaties and pool day and net, skimmer, or pool net. And if you're not sure what it's called, call it a couple different things. It doesn't matter. The word swimming is in there. There is a swimmer on there. There's tanning lotion. There's the sun. There's a flamingo. And I'm probably not spelling all this right because I'm not even looking at what I'm doing. There are water drops. There is a pool. There is a beach ball. And there is a mouse. Pool day. What else do we see? Cool by the pool. All right, and that's a volleyball, right? Cool by the pool and volleyball. Okay. So you get the idea. What is that? A banner? Like would be hanging over the pool if you're doing laps and that kind of thing. Usually in the indoor pools, they have banners that hang over so that you can, if you're swimming, you can mark your, how the distance that you're going in the pool. Okay. All right. There are sunglasses, and there's the sun, and so on and so on. You get the idea. Now we got to do the colors. So there's a deep blue. There is a pink. There is a yellow and orange. Okay, for the sun, yellow and orange. And like a turquoise. Okay. All right, and turquoise. Okay, so you get the idea. The important part of this is being able to get all of those things labeled so that when you go to do a search, okay, and by the way, they fixed the search button. More on that in another video. But when you go to do a search, if you were to come up here and you were to search pool, okay, you now will see all of the things that come up in my notebooks that have the word pool. So I have my pool maintenance checklist, but you see right here on the page that we're currently working on, the word pool appears 3 times and it highlights that for me, okay? So here is Pool Fun by Doodlebug Draws. That happens to be the page that we're on right now. And when you click on the page, it will show you those highlighted things. Pool from DCP Digitals, and again, you see it's picking up those keywords right up here at the top, okay? And then as I look on down, I have, let's see, no other stickers listed. So those are my only 2 pool sets that I have. But if I do see the word, like for my pool maintenance checklist, again, if I click on that, you see all of the words that are highlighted for pool, okay? So I think that's really, really cool. It's very helpful. If you were to look at a sticker set that does not have those keywords there, it's not going to be able to find things on that particular page. Okay, so let me show you, let's see, here's some sewing stickers. And you see here that I have the sewing stickers here, and I have all of the cute words that go with it, and I have the link where it came from, right? But I do not have my text box set up there with all of the, you know, words that I want, the quilts, the yarns, the needles, the sewing machine, and all that kind of stuff, okay? But there are more that I have that do have that. So for example, Haunted Vibes, which is a set that I bought in 2024, or at least the page was created in 2024, you see I have that box up there at the top with the keywords in it. So I can do a search and know exactly what's on this page, okay? If I'm looking specifically for white pumpkins, if I were just to click through and look at the beginning of this page, I wouldn't see a white pumpkin, but I do see it written right there in the keywords. So if I scroll out, I'll see, yep, there's the white pumpkin down there that I might need, okay? So very helpful. So for part 1 of our organizing our stickers, we have a job to do. We have got to get these keywords on all of these pages, okay? Monthly tracker, no keywords there, so I've got to fix that one. Purple florals. I love these purple florals. I have the information about where they came from here, but I don't have the text box. But there is something else that I wanted to tell you that I thought would be very helpful. On a lot of my sticker pages, I like some of my shading, you know, my table shading, to coordinate with the stickers that I'm using. And I also like to be able to use, you know, the fonts, the font colors and that kind of thing. So what I will do is I will go through and I will make this hex code box, which is either the hex code for the particular colors that might be in a particular set. Like for example here, you can see that I pulled the colors from this floral right here and came up with this set of hex codes that go with it. If you want to know how I did that, there's a video about that. In this particular case, I went into PowerPoint and did it because I can pull all of those colors. In some of the other ones, like, let's see, this pool one, for Doodlebug Draws, I didn't actually come up with the hex code numbers, but I do have the RGB, the red, green, and blue numbers here, so I can put in for a customized color the numbers for these colors, let me go up here and show you. Let's say I want to change this highlighter to maybe this light pink color so that it coordinates, okay? I can go down here to more colors, and I can go to red, and I can type in 241. And then I can go to green, which is the middle number, and type 153. And I can go down to blue and type 183. And you see that that color would now be that same pink. And I can say, okay. And then if I decide to use this particular highlighter, I can do that. And you see it is exactly the color that will match, the flamingo that I have over here. Okay, so that's why I have the colors. So it's great to go through and include those 3 things primarily for every sticker set that you have. Your keywords so that you can search on it. The location where you bought the stickers from so that you can remember, especially if it's a sticker set that you love, to go back and look to see what other additional stickers they may have. And then your colors, if you want to pull those colors out for your fonts and your text boxes and that kind of thing. Okay? All right. Well, that's part 1 of sticker organization. So if you're doing this with me, go through, get your stickers, all of those things on there. And when I see you next week, we're going to take all this information and we're going to create a new notebook. Okay? All right. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned something new. Don't forget to hit that like button. Give me a comment and let me know maybe what some of your favorite sticker shops are. Maybe somebody that I could check out, because I'm always looking for new stickers to buy. And until next time, here's hoping that you can live a more simplified and organized life through better planning. I use OneNote. Until next time, okay, bye.